OMG. We're back. Hello, my name is Paige, and I have a new camera. Oh my gosh, it looks weird. Okay, so we're here, and I need to start talking faster because I know I don't hold the attention of the average viewer too long. That's what analytics says. It says y'all be clicking off. You're like, she's still talking. And you're gone. Sweet Apple Massacre. When did I read Sweet Apple Massacre? A few months back, I read Sweet Apple Massacre for the first time ever. I don't know why I'm saying the first time ever. Like, I reread it. I never did because terrifying. And I'm here to read its sequel because it has a sequel. It has a sequel. A sequel. No, but we're gonna read it. Should I refresh my memory? I don't think I should. I should just let it all set back in as I can start reading, you know. I'm finding this sequel to it on fanfiction.net under the name of Pasta 549, 2,490 words. We're about to read 2,000. We might not even read the whole thing. I think I'm gonna have to stop. Did I read? I think I might have read the whole thing. Yeah, I read the whole Sweet Apple Massacre first one. I might not get through all of this. It depends on how this goes. Let's get into it. Yeah. The dull gray clouds shifted overhead. Rain started to spit, quickly turning into a drizzle. The dirt roads were reduced to muddy paths. The rainwater sloshed around as fairly wet ponies were rushing to get indoors. Some of them pushing each other to get in before their manes were wet. Some were pushed to the ground, shouting out in anger. The sound of rain was quickly turned to shouts and commotion. The trees' leaves deflected the water, sending stray drops flying in all directions. The dull clouds covered the silver of sun. The silver of sun. No, it's the sliver. Gee golly. The dull clouds covered the sliver of sun that was left after the rain had started. Soon the streets were empty. Bless you. No pony was in sight. They were all indoors, all except for one, Rainbow Dash. She was trotting. Oh my gosh, no, that just reminded me. I just remembered. He killed. Yes. Oh my gosh, I think he killed. He killed these Cutie Mark Crusaders. Is that what they're called? Cutie Mark Crusaders. And they were babies. She was trotting along slowly, only sending small splashes of muddy water. Her mane was sogged down, covering most of her face. The rain had started to pick up. It was chilling her to the bone as it got colder. I read that sentence weird. She continued walking along the road. She was cold and wet. She continued walking for about 20 minutes. Following the road to her destination. There's so many semicolons, commas, it's doing the most. When she reached the shop, she pushed open the door. The door creaked, causing a pink mare to turn around. Mare? Hey, Dash. Hey, Pinky, she said, shivering. I'm here to pick up those pies, she said. The shop had started to warm her up, the oven causing rays on warmth. Hey, Pinky, do you mind if I stay a while? She asked. Sure, Dashy. She bounced up and down. Dashy. No! You motherfucker! It's really cold outside. I just need it to warm up a bit. Sure thing, Dash, she said, walking over to the counter. Let me just check. She grabbed a slip of paper from a clipboard. Yep, here's your order. She left. Be right out. Dash walked up to the counter, leaning her wet head on it. The warmth of the wood making her smile. Do they hand each other things by the mouth? If so, that's unsanitary. She lifted her head and shook it, shaking the water out. Dash sat down, waiting and waiting. Here you go, 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 said Pinky, flying in out of nowhere. She got wings. She set the tray onto the table and Dash woke up out of her daze. Thanks, she said, yawning. Tired already? Pinky leaned her head to the side. Dash got up without responding. She grabbed the ribbon on top of the box. The cardboard box was white. It had a red ribbon around it and a little box of text. Sugar Cube Corner, it labeled. Dash nodded at, that's cute, that's a cute name. Dash nodded at Pinkie Pie. That's her name. Okay. The pink mare smiled and bounced back into the kitchen to continue her day. I just don't know what's happening. Is Big Macintosh just not... Is he in jail? Or is he about to pull up and cause more havoc? I'm scared. Dash's hooves were completely brown from the hoof up to her chest. The mud from the trail was so wet that it splashed up at the tap of a hoof. The pie box that she had gotten from Sugar Cube Corner was wet and had little droplets of mud on the bottom. But thankfully, it didn't soak in. She grinded her teeth, carrying the box for half an hour, making her jaw ache. Oh, she's out. She left. She left. She was almost there, so she didn't rest. The large red barn came into view. She sped up her slow trot to a quick jog. She stopped in front of the house first. She knocked on the door. She waited for about 30 seconds. Granny Smith... Granny Smith pulled open the large cherry door. Eh? She said. Yeah, hey, is AJ here? She asked, setting the pie. Applejack, she went down to see, Big Macintosh. She ain't. Maybe she is out in her fields, she said. What kind of old-lady voice is that? Am I too close? She said, then closed the door rudely. Rainbow Dash didn't take this as an insult. The granny was just living like they did in the early years of Ponyville. Excuse me. She walked over to the barn first. She wanted to check here instead of walking out into the fields first. She lifted her hoof up and oh my gosh. She lifted her hoof up and pushed open the door. The barn was cold. Dash expected it to be warm due to the padding the family installed. She looked around. Applejack wasn't there. Her ears perked up as she heard a small thump from beneath her. She looked down. Below her was a trap door. Never knew that was there, she said, confused for a moment. She reached down and grasped the handle with her teeth. She reared back and pulled it open. A wave of a foul-smelling stench reached her nostrils. She stuck out her tongue and covered her nose with her left hoof. Stuck out your tongue? Why are you sticking out? See, at first I thought I was going to say she covered her nose with her tongue. She started down the steps. AJ? She asked with a nasal voice due to the clamp. She closed her eyes, the smell making them water. She descended. Girl, I would have to leave. I don't know. Rainbow Dash reached the bottom step and opened her eyes. Her mind seemed to stop working. She stopped processing and... Why did I say processing like that? And just hung her jaw. Big Macintosh looked up. He was surprised for a moment to see Rainbow Dash standing there. After a few seconds, he grinned. Reality rushed back to Rainbow Dash. She felt like she just fell 50 feet right onto her back. Run! 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 The wind was knocked out of her. She stumbled and slipped down against the wall. Big Macintosh turned his entire body instead of just his head. Man Ray. Oh, I didn't mean to go that high. Mac. Who did? If you see the nigga smiling, who do you think? Rainbow Dash trailed off. Big Macintosh chuckled deeply, lifting his dirty hoof to his mouth.
Well, she ain't. And anyway, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
What? What?
Rainbow Dash ain't as tough as he likes to...
Oh, Rainbow Dash is a man? Oops.
Ain't as tough as he likes to make out.
Came to Big Macintosh's mind. He chuckled more at this. Rainbow Dash moaned, then vomited onto the cement floor. Why are you standing here? run. You're a horse. Horses run, run. The acid from the bile stung her throat. Damn. She finished and looked up into Big Macintosh's brain. Oh, then she. I guess that was a misspelling. She finished and looked up into Big Macintosh's green eyes. She turned from emotionless to furious. You crazy psycho! She roared. She got up dizzily and charged at the stallion, but slipped on a slimy fluid and fell onto her chin. See, why are you running at him? It's not the time to be a hero. It's not the time. You see how many bodies are on the floor? This is not the time to be a hero. This is not the time to be a hero. This is not the time to be a hero. You had pie in your mouth and you just vomited. You think it's time to be a hero? And fell onto her chin, causing her top teeth to bite down hard onto her bottom lip. Damn. Her lip skin ripped. Ah! And the muscle was damaged. Oh my gosh. She lifted a hoof to her mouth. She cried in pain as soon as the shock was over. Big Macintosh was speechless, not from anything else but amusement, because he's like, wow, I didn't have to do a thing. I didn't have to lift a finger. And she's already down. She's bleeding. Girl, I told you to run. Rainbow Dash covered the ragged flesh and stood up again. She reared back and flapped her wings. She was halfway across the room when Big Macintosh reacted. Normally, he would not be the one to fight. He simply stepped out of the way and grabbed Rainbow Dash's mane when he came into reach. She kept flying, causing her mane to pull back. She bounced back. Her hair was ripped from her scalp, and blood ran down her forehead. She squealed and crumbled beneath him. Why? She asked. Blood. Why is there a sequel? If there's not any consequences and repercussions to his actions, why is there a sequel? I thought we was gonna get justice or something. No, this story, the whole thing, this collection, Sweet Apple Massacre, is giving me trust issues. I can't. Why? She asked, blood still pooling into her mouth. Big Macintosh took this into thought. They were too loud. That was the main reason. And Applejack had heard him. That was another. He finally looked down at her and lifted her up. She stepped back and bolted for the exit. If she escaped, she would tell everybody. Yes, leave! If she escaped, she would tell everybody. And he just wanted a quiet life, not a life in a dungeon. He grabbed her hoof and yanked it towards her. He was not pulling hard, but Rainbow Dash was very light and he very strong. So she came flying back forcefully. Damn it! Help! I need someone. No, please, she cried. I won't tell any pony. I promise. He thought about this for a moment. She was pleading. Applejack nor did the others plead and not tell any pony. He was quite convinced that she was lying. Applejack was her friend and she would most likely tell the princesses. There's princesses? There's... Nope. Because I said I would never say again.
Purpose in life now. Your special talent is getting...
I'll never say yup in my life ever.
Oh my gosh, he switched us. He switched it up. No. Oh my gosh. She started to sob as Big Macintosh approached her. Big Macintosh stepped onto her. For some reason, he felt something different than the last ponies. He felt remorse. He couldn't. She would tell, and he would be banished to the dungeons for decades. He had no choice. That's not how you spell choice. Now I'm trying to remember how choice is actually even spelled. I just know that ain't right. Please. She put her hooves together in a praying motion. Hooves? Nope.
Redacted.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm bound this, therefore I'm gonna stop cussing in these videos. No. She tried to back away, but he grabbed her front right leg and bent it with his mouth. I need Granny Smith to come down. them steps after hearing all that screaming. Oh, I need to come in the cut like. Who's been making all that noise? And then. He's a menace to society. He's a menace 3 society. She cried out, and after a few moments, a quiet snap was heard. woo. Big Macintosh smiled as she started to sob and cry harder. Please, I don't want to die, she said in between cries of agony and sadness. He froze. She didn't want to, and he was pretty sure. Nor did the others. Why was she any different? Well, he didn't have any personal reason to kill her, but he had no choice. He said nothing, deep in thought. Maybe he could lock her down here, bring her food and water every day. No, it was a silly thought. He just snickered. She hung her head. Then do it, she said quietly. She realized there was no escape. She was too weak against the strong farm pony. She couldn't fight him. He raised a brow. I know it means raised a brow, but it says raised a brown. Where was her confident attitude? Why had she given up so easily? Just do it, she croaked. He shrugged and grabbed the sharp knife that lay beside Applejack. Killed his freaking siblings. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane, I'm going insane. Where's that from? Because I know it was in a movie where there was animals talking. Was it that movie with Brendan Fraser? Was that Brendan Fraser? Was that Brendan Fraser? He shrugged and grabbed the sharp knife that lay beside Applejack. Just do it quick, please. She looked up at him, eyes filled with total fear and sadness. He looked down at her and he frowned. She was going to die. Why did he have to cause her pain? He could just stab her once and finish her. But the excitement of causing agony was too much for him. I thought we was getting somewhere. I thought he was gonna be like, maybe I should let her live. My eyes keep going in and out of teariness. Nope. He stepped over to her and grabbed her ear. Please, she said softly. He aimed the knife carefully, then brought it down in one swift motion. How did you do that? How did you do that? How did you do that? I don't understand the technicals of these ponies. So apparently they can pray, do their arms in a praying motion, and they can lift ears up and slice them. The ear was severed in one slice. Rainbow Dash gritted her teeth, and tears flowed more freely, but she stayed strong. Big Macintosh thought, why wasn't she screaming? It cost him more enjoyment to hear the pain. Aha! Don't give him what he wants! He lifted up her head with his hoof and stabbed her in the right eye. Oh my, she gasped and convulsed jitterily. She moaned. He creased his brow. He wanted to hear her scream. But what would he have to do? He pulled the knife out, and Rainbow Dash's jaw stayed wide open, her teeth moving from side to side, and her stabbed eye closing in instinct. She cried softly. He grabbed her wing and threw her to the floor. Please, not my wings. You really worry about your wings right now, she managed to say. Through the searing pain of her eye and ear, that was it. She would scream for sure. Honestly, stabbing through the eye is... The brain is behind the eyes, so you... Between your ears, behind your eyes, that is the path to paradise, likewise the road to ruin. Any theater kids in the chat? You don't gotta be a theater kid to love Hades Town. That was it. She would scream for sure. He grabbed her wing and pulled it up straight. He placed the knife on the bone, connecting it to her body and saw through it. Okay, she screamed. Big Macintosh smiled. Damn! I wanted her to pull through. He had gotten her to scream. He severed the wing and threw it aside. He got on top of her. She knew what he was going. No. Just kill me, she said through caution. I think I'm gonna have to stop. That's crazy. I gotta stop. I gotta tap out. I gotta tap. What is that? I gotta tap out. I gotta tap out. Do I even want to try to skim? I just wanted justice. I just wanted justice. Yeah. Panting heavily. Oh, whoa. Oh. Pray to Celestia. How can you steal with your throat slit? Okay. Okay. Oh! What the hell? Okay. He stepped back and walked out of the cellar. He walked into the house and went upstairs. He washed himself, climbed into bed. Being a farm pony was hard work, and it was very tiring. He drifted off to sleep. Did you just say, it's very tiring working a farm? Big Macintosh screamed and sat up in his bed. Cold sweat ran down his face and he felt torn flesh in the side of his mouth. His tears were flowing down his face like waterfalls. He got up and walked over to Applejack's room. Empty. Apple Bloom's bed was empty. What? He started to panic. He galloped out of the house and into the cellar. Sure enough, there were the 5 mutilated, torn up corpses of his friends and family. He sat down, his mouth quivering, and was silent. He then burst into tears, covering his eyes and just crying. Applejack. Apple Bloom. He put his hoof out as though reaching for them, but all he felt was air. He just lay there, weeping like a filly. He had killed 2 of his family and 3 of his peers. He didn't know why. He just didn't know. Morning came round and Big Macintosh remained in the cellar, just staring blankly at the wall. Whatever was to happen today, he accepted. You are going to jail! Like, no, what are you talking about? You are going to jail! Jail! It's jail for you! It's lights out! You're done for! Sent you to the dungeon. The dungeon is too good for you. The dungeon is too good for you. It's too good for you. So that was terrible. So he woke up, snapped out of it. What are you trying to tell me? That was like some alter ego of yours that was taking over your body while you did all those crazy things? That wasn't you? I don't know what to say to that. Let's all go to therapy and life can be good. Let's all go to Ayanla and have her fix our lives. 'Cause why would any sane mind create that? Like in detail. Okay, all in all, let's review it. No, let's never revisit this story ever again. It's gonna be a while before I read another one of these. This stuff is truly disturbing. I had to skim. If you, the viewer, are to recommend me a cursed fan fiction, I will save it for later, as in a month later. I need to reboot. I need to recharge because that was crazy. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope you're not as scarred as I am. Like I said, you can leave your recommendations if you know of a cursed fan fiction out there. It's gonna be a while before I read it, but you can recommend. Don't read Fiend Apple. Don't go read that. Don't go read Mabel Goes to Wendy's. Don't go read Dipper Goes to Taco Bell. Don't read any of it. Like, subscribe, do all that jibber jab, and love yourself, cause why not? When you don't properly love yourself, you get someone like that in Big Macintosh. Someone said Big Macintosh is not like this in the show. Good. He probably loves himself there. He don't love himself here. He don't do that. Not there. But yeah. Bye.
Round so hot, everybody fire up. Got my ass sweating, orange juice in the cup. Where Rihanna at?